Are you guys prepared to experience the exciting comeback of the fearless hero in the Marvel Universe? With the start of production for Daredevil Born Again in the heart of New York City, devoted fans are filled with anticipation. What lies ahead in this eagerly anticipated Disney Plus series? Which familiar faces are coming back to revisit their iconic characters, and when will they be available? Join us as we explore the universe of Daredevil Born Again and unveil all the captivating information about the revival of the beloved Daredevil series. But before we delve into the fourth part's details, let me brief you all on how Daredevil Seasons 1, 2, and 3 ended on Netflix. In the inaugural season of Daredevil, we witnessed Matt Murdock's crusade against the criminal underbelly of Hell's Kitchen, including his formidable adversary, crime lord Wilson Fisk, portrayed by Vincent D'Onofrio. The second season introduces new figures such as the Punisher, played by Jon Bernthal, and Elektra, portrayed by Elodie Yung, while also exploring the ramifications of Matt's vigilantism on both his personal and professional lives. The Netflix series' third season of Daredevil concluded with Wilson Fisk being brought to justice by the efforts of Matt Murdock, Karen Page, and others. Fisk agreed to return to prison under the condition that Matt wouldn't expose Fisk's wife Vanessa's involvement in a federal agent's death. Simultaneously, the unstable former federal agent Benjamin Dex Poindexter turned against his mentor Wilson Fisk, but was left paralyzed after a confrontation with Kingpin. However, in the closing scene, we witnessed Dex undergoing an experimental treatment to heal his spine, hinting at a potential return for revenge against Murdock and Fisk. Finally, Matt reunited with his former love interest Karen Page and his close friend and fellow lawyer Foggy Nelson, expressing his desire to work with them again. The extent to which the Daredevil series will remain consistent with its established storyline remains uncertain. So now, let's discuss those uncertainties about Marvel Studios' upcoming Disney Plus series. Production for Daredevil Born Again has commenced in New York City, and fresh images have revealed the initial glimpse of Matt Murdock himself. Despite the revival being in production in NYC, eager fans have been eagerly seeking any tidbits of new information they can get. One of the initial shooting locations appears to be a courtroom, aligning not only with the superhero's profession, but also with the rumored increased emphasis on Matt Murdock's life as a lawyer. More recently, Margarita Leviva was sighted on the Disney Plus project site. Speculation suggests that she might play a romantic interest for one of the show's leads, likely Matt Murdock. While this show's production has temporarily halted, we still have some insights into what lies ahead. The previous Netflix series Daredevil garnered immense popularity among Marvel enthusiasts. It notably stood out among the Marvel series available on the streaming platform and even led to the ill-fated Defenders team-up show featuring other Marvel Netflix heroes. Although characters like Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, and Elektra have yet to reappear in the Marvel live-action realm, Matt Murdock has remained a constant presence in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Born Again signifies the return of the Daredevil universe to television screens. With familiar faces returning, a new streaming platform as its home, and a series title associated with excellence, Matt Murdock is primed for a triumphant return to the Marvel Universe. So what is Born Again in the comics? In the comic story, things get pretty wild when Karen Page, who's dealing with some addiction problems, accidentally spills the beans about Matt Murdock being Daredevil to some shady gangsters. This kicks off a whole chain of really bad stuff, all masterminded by the Kingpin. The Kingpin methodically tears Matt's life apart, wrecking his career, friendships, and even his place to live. At first, Matt's completely baffled by this sudden mess, but he eventually figures out that the Kingpin's behind it all, mostly because the Kingpin's so full of himself. The Kingpin even leaves a pretty obvious clue to let Matt know it's him, and that sparks Matt's mission for payback. Along the way, Matt has to deal with a tough opponent named Nuke and eventually takes down the Kingpin. Back in those comic days, it was a big deal for superheroes to keep their real identities hidden from the bad guys and the public. But now, in the MCU, they're showing the world who they really are, and that's a whole different ballgame. Heroes like Daredevil and Spider-Man have to figure out how to live their regular lives when everyone knows who they are. I've got a lot of respect for the comic, but I wasn't too into the Nuke storyline. I'm hoping they might swap out that character in the new series. Looking back at the end of Daredevil Season 3, the fact that Bullseye survived is pretty interesting. If they bring him back into the mix, especially if they show Kingpin as blind, that could open up some really cool possibilities. Bullseye ranks as one of my favorite Daredevil villains due to his ability to turn anything into a deadly weapon with pinpoint accuracy. It would undoubtedly provide another compelling test for Matt Murdock. Now, shift our focus to the cast and discuss who will appear in Daredevil Born Again. Charlie Cox's reprisal of the central character was officially confirmed during San Diego Comic-Con 2022, following his recent appearances in Spider-Man No Way Home and She-Hulk. Meanwhile, Vincent D'Onofrio was last spotted as Wilson Fisk in Hawkeye, facing an uncertain fate before his upcoming role in Echo. Sandrine Holt has been cast as Vanessa Fisk, replacing Ayelet Zurer in the Netflix series. In a surprising twist, Jon Bernthal's return as Frank Castle, aka The Punisher, was also validated. He previously headlined his own Netflix series, The Punisher, which aired from 2017 to 2019. Furthermore, a group of actors including Michael Gandolfini, Margarita Leviva, Nikki M. James, Michael Gaston, Artie Frushan, and Harris Yulin have been enlisted for unspecified roles. Which Daredevil cast members could return? Several cast members from the Netflix series Daredevil may make a comeback in the upcoming episodes. Ayelet Zurer could return to her role as Vanessa Mariana Fisk. Stephen Ryder, who portrayed Blake Tower, is a potential returnee. Joanne Whalley, known as Sister Maggie Grace, might also come back. Wilson Bethel, who played Benjamin Dex Poindexter, could return as the Marvel Comics character Bullseye, seeking revenge. Furthermore, there's a possibility of Joanna Whalley reprising her role as Murdock's mother and nun, Maggie Grace, as well as Ayelet Zurer returning as Fisk's beloved wife, Vanessa Mariana Fisk. District Attorney Blake Tower, Stephen Ryder, may also reappear, considering the Netflix series hinted at his return. The same goes for Elodie Young as Elektra Natchios, who seemingly perished in the Defenders crossover event series. Lastly, given her close connection to Wilson Fisk, it's conceivable that Echo Maya Lopez could make a return in this series. Given Daredevil and Kingpin's return in other Disney Plus series, there's potential for appearances by She-Hulk star Tatiana Maslany or the MCU's new Hawkeye, Haley Steinfeld. Now, when are these great actors bringing the dark to life? Daredevil Born Again is both written and executive produced by Matt Corman and Chris Ord. As of now, the first season is scheduled for release in spring 2024. However, given the ongoing writer's strike and the impending SAG-AFTRA strike, there's a possibility that the series could be delayed further into 2024 or even beyond. At last, how many episodes are in Daredevil Born Again on Disney+? Daredevil Born Again is set to feature a remarkable total of 18 episodes, which is twice the length of the longest MCU Disney Plus series to date. However, the release format for these 18 episodes remains uncertain. There's a chance they could be divided into 2 sets of 9 episodes or even 3 sets of 6 episodes. Well, that's it. For now, make sure that you like our video. Please share your views and opinions in the comments section with us. Subscribe to the channel to get updated regularly with the latest news and reviews on upcoming movies from us. And do not forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching the video, and we will see you at the next one.